Meeple PhD. I'm an astronomer and a gamer, and I see the universe in everything that I do, including board games. In this series, I am looking at the board game mechanisms as listed on Board Game Geek and seeing where they remind me of the universe and the way that we study it. This time, I'm looking at the mechanism of hidden roles. This is a mechanism where players get a secret role or identity that throughout the game can influence how they play the game or how they get points. One example of this is Lords of Waterdeep. At the beginning of the game, each player gets a secret lord that they are trying to please throughout the game. Often this means they are trying to complete a certain type of quest. And eventually other players typically will figure out which lord they're going for or which quests they're going for. But it can still be a great way to get a lot of points at the end of the game. Another example of a game with hidden roles is Bang the Dice game. In this game, players, except the sheriff, all have a secret role, which influences how they will win the game. For example, the deputy wants the sheriff to survive. The outlaws want the sheriff to die. I think the renegade wants everyone to die and them to be the last person standing. And so, throughout the game, you're going to take actions that kind of tip your hand, maybe, of your identity, although you can use that to your advantage to bluff the other players into thinking that you're one role instead of another. Now, in astronomy, the idea of a hidden role reminded me of the black hole at the center of our Milky Way galaxy, called Sagittarius A star, or Sag A star is probably what I'm going to call it throughout this video. Now, I know a few years ago, an amazing image of the region around this black hole was released by the Event Horizon Telescope folks. But even before that image, we knew that that black hole was there. One of my favorite discoveries when I was just a little grad student was this animated graph showing the motions of stars near the central black hole of our galaxy. At the time that I discovered it, they only had 2 or 3 years of data. But even then, they could use the information from this graph, from the orbits that they were seeing. They could see that they were orbiting something, and they could use Kepler's laws of motion to figure out that that something had a mass of 4 million times the mass of our sun. Over the years, they have filled in more and more data and now have years and years showing all these orbits, all of these stars orbiting. They have complete orbits for at least a couple of the stars. It's amazing to watch. I hope it's amazing to watch even if you're not a science nerd, but as a science nerd, this graph just makes my heart go better bad. But imagine, like, we could tell there was something there even before we could see it. And even in the Event Horizon Telescope image, we're only seeing the stuff around the black hole. We're not seeing the black hole itself. We know it's there by the way it's influencing the stuff around it. And so, talk about the ultimate hidden role. So the next time you are playing a game that features a hidden role, try to be as stealthy as the black hole at the center of our Milky Way. So that's it. I'm going to continue this random walk through the Board Game Geek mechanisms, so be sure to like and subscribe to my channel so you know when these new videos come out. Otherwise, you can follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky as Meeple PhD, and I have a blog at meeplephd.com. We'll see you next time.